Hey everyone, Sarasota Tim coming to you from inside my 16-foot Wolf Pup camper. That's what I live in, and I'm here in Boynton Beach, Florida. I appreciate you watching the video. This is a very important video for folks that are contemplating on collecting their Social Security prior to their full retirement age. There's a special rule that's a very cool rule. It's not a restriction, it's not a bad thing. This is a great thing. When you start collecting your Social Security, which I advocate ASAP, as soon as you can, because the window between what you can make as far as income to the point where you can make all you want at full retirement age is now getting a lot narrower, and I'm going to explain how. There's a special rule on collecting the year you decide. Now, if you decide at 62 or you wait till 63 or 64, any of these years prior to 67, or if you're born before 1960, it would be 66 and 2 months, and I'm 66 and 8 months. I was born in 1958. My full retirement age, I'm turning 65 December 29th. So at the end of the year. And next year on December 29th, I'll be 66, but I got to wait till 66 and 8 months to become full retirement age. But anywhere in that calendar year, which will be what? Next year is, it'll be 2025. Now that's another video for about more money you can make in that calendar year. But we're going to talk right now about what do you do if you collect your Social Security somewhere between January and December, and your birthday, let's say, is June, July, or like this month, right now, July. Let's use that for an example. All right, you've been excited, you're going to get it. You got to be 62 in 2 months, though, to get that first check. But I think you can apply online, or you can call the Social Security Administration 3 months before your 62nd birthday. And make sure you do it. Get your money. Okay, let's say you got this great job. The earnings cap, if you're turning 62 this year in 2023, it is now $21,240. So that's the most I can make in 2023, because I've been drawing my Social Security for a couple of years. It was a little lower when I started, but every year that's gone up. In fact, it went up considerably from last year. Sometimes it doesn't go up much at all, but it's $21,240. So let's use me as an example. If I make $21,242, that $2 extra, Social Security is going to take $1 back from me, because every $2 you make over the income limit, they take half back. They take $1 for every $2. So you say, well, Tim, I want to get my Social Security. My birthday's in July this month, and I've already called them. I'm going to start collecting, but I've been working. I've already made 60 grand. You know, what happens? Good news. You could make $1 million. It doesn't matter. It doesn't count. What counts is after you start getting your Social Security on that very first year. Right now, remember the income cap is $21,240. If you divide that, folks, by 12 months, that comes to $1,770. So if you're going to turn 62 in July, this month, it's your birthday, the rest of the year, as long as you don't make over $1,770 per month, you can keep all that money you made for the first part of the year. Or like me, if I was going to collect my Social Security this year and I was just turning 62, actually I wouldn't be able to get it this year because my birthday is December 29th, and I wouldn't get my first check until 2 months after. I don't know why they do that. It's 62 plus 2 months. That's all I can tell you. And they hold back a year and give that to you when you die. Just kidding. So, before I confuse you, you're going to be 62 in July. You made a whole bunch of money. You made 100 grand. You made 50 grand. You made 25 grand. It doesn't count. It's a free year, except the remaining months. If you're going to be 62 in October, as long as those last 2 months you don't exceed $1,770, you're golden. So it's just the next year you would have to be cautious and worry about your income and how much money you make. And remember, if you're going to be self-employed while collecting Social Security, the income is based on your net income, your adjusted gross income. So if you made 40 grand, but you had $25,000 worth of business expenses that you had to buy to do your business, that all comes off. And your net income that you would owe income tax on, that's called the adjusted gross income. That would be the income counted towards your yearly limit. If you're a W-2 person, you work at McDonald's, Target, wherever they give you a W-2, then, you know, whatever your gross income is what you have to make sure you don't exceed the income limit. But let me just add to this video, because it's not too long yet. You got that special rule at 62. You started at the very first year like I did. And now you got to wait till 66 and 8 months like I do. Let's round it up to 67. That's 5 years. Well, the first year you got a break because of the special rule. The last year, or the year that you actually become 67 years old, or in my case, 66 and 8 months, I'm counted as full retirement age. I can make $1 million. It won't hurt me. They won't take away my Social Security. On that year, you know, you get to make $56,520 this year. So let's say you're turning full retirement age this year, and last year you could only make 21,000. Well, it was 19,500, I think. Let's say it was 21,240 like this year. And this year you're going to be 67 or 66 and 8 months like me. You can make $56,520. So, I mean, before they take any money back. And guess what? Even after that, they allow you to only, when you go over that, they'll only take $1 for every $3 you make. So that goes up too. Right now it's $1 for every $2 you make over the 21,240 on your full retirement calendar year, as long as you're going to be full retirement age that calendar year, and it doesn't go up, and it will. Right now you can currently make $56,520 before they'll start taking back anything, and then you got to make $3 for them to take $1 back. So as you can see, collecting early and what you can make is narrower. 2 years. The first year special rule and your full retirement age. So now that 5 years is down to 3. You know, it's not unlimited, but there's a break for you. And then you have 3 years of where you're capped. And all you got to do then is get creative, have some sort of side hustle, be a 1099er, be a YouTuber, be your own business person, detail cars, whatever you want to do, where you can write your income down if you go over the 21,240. And remember, that was only 19,500 last year. I'm sure in the next few years with inflation that the 21,240 could be, who knows, where you're allowed to make more. It goes up with inflation. So more reasons to get your money at 62. But again, the only reason that I say never get your Social Security at 62 is if you're making so much money. You're going to be 62 this year in 2023, and you're making so much bread, and you love that job so much that it wouldn't pay. They'll take your money back anyway. And you know, there is a rule, I'm going to study it some more and make a video about it, that if you do go over these limits, that $1 for every $2 you make on the 21,240, or if you go over $1 for every $3 over the 56,520, you don't lose it completely. On your full retirement age, you get that money back. It is not a lifetime penalty where, you know, okay, you know, you started collecting Social Security at 62 and you made 40 grand. Well, you went 20 grand over. So we want 10 grand back. So what they do is they withhold your Social Security equal to the months of 10 grand, and then they start you back up. I think this is the way it works. And then when you become full retirement age, that money is then returned, averaged out, not one lump sum. Don't get your hopes up. They recalculate your monthly income to give you that back. So you're not even really, losing. I mean, you are, but you're not. You're delaying, and you messed yourself up. So best thing to do is to contact them if you're going to go over and you're going to make that kind of bread. And don't forget this other rule, this last one for you in the video. On the first year, not only do you get that special rule that we talked about, what this video is about, you get a do-over. Let's say you want to go back to work. You made a mistake. Tim was wrong. You were wrong. The world is wrong. I just found out because of new technology, I'm going to live to be 150. So I'm going to wait for my extra $700 and collect, at 63 or 64, whatever it is, more every year, 8% they say. You get to stop within the first year, before the first year goes by, you get to stop your Social Security and start it again whenever you're ready. Between that point and 70, and get the higher amount and just delay the months. Let's say you went 6 months into 62 years old and you decided, you want to do over. Then when you finally start collecting again, the first 6 payments are going to be 0, and then you'll get your checks. So that's how you pay them back. You don't have to send them a check back. They're not going to take it from your account. They're not going to bill you. It doesn't work that way. They simply say, all right, you get your do-over. When you're ready, let us know. And if we gave you 1 payment, 2 payments, 10 payments, that's how many less you'll get when you say begin again. So look at all these benefits. Look at all these reasons to collect Social Security as soon as you can. Because really the main reason that I said today in another video, folks, nobody's promised tomorrow. Look how many people, look how many people die out of nowhere. They get a sickness. They get a cancer. They die in a car crash. The Lord calls you home. And when you get to be 62 years old, you're not 22. Assuming you get to live a normal lifespan and nothing tragic happens, you have less runway in front of you than you do behind you. Why do you want to keep shortening the runway? Why do you want to get a little more money? A few $100. Why do you want to do that than start being free and living your life, golfing, traveling, doing what you want to do? I'm not saying that you can do all these things because you got this, like I get $1,700 a month, and that's going to afford you to do all these things, take cruises and travel and all that. No, but you'll get a side hustle. You'll start up your own little gig. You'll become self-employed. You'll, walk dogs, babysit, pick up poop, whatever you got to do to supplement your money. But you want that freedom. You want to have your debt paid off by then. The day you start drawing your Social Security, you definitely want to have debt paid off, because when you're going to have a less check, you don't want to still have those big bills you had when you were 30 and 40 years old. So get rid of those car payments. Get rid of those credit cards. Get rid of streaming services. Get rid of extraordinarily high wireless services and home internet and all these things that I explain how you can get visible wireless and have a hotspot to provide internet to your home, to your TV, to your laptop. You don't need to pay for that double pay. Come on. Get on the bandwagon, get your Social Security at 62, and start crushing it.